one thing I forgot to do before I dyed it was I forgot to take my little groover tool here. And what you want to do with the groover tool, if you have one, is you run it along the sides, and that sharp corner, it'll just, kind of like a potato peeler will let you slice off that sharp corner on your leather on the skin side. So the reason you want to do that is that makes it smooth. With it being smooth, okay, see how that's all smooth right there? That looks a lot better, and it also keeps things from catching on that edge as easily. It just smoothens out the edges. You can see it's been a while since I've done this. That's why I'm not as proficient as I should be. Okay. Nice and smooth. Okay. Alright, so that's a little nicer, a little smoother. Now, next thing I want to do is I want to go down to, I want to start up here, work my way down. But this is what's known, I call it it kind of cuts a groove in the top here. And it's got a little spacer, so you can make sure, oh, it goes the other way. There we go. And you just go real slow along the edge. And it's going to peel a channel for you. And you peel that channel back, and it shows that you want to double your channel back in on itself. For the purposes of reinforcement. But right there where that channel is that I just cut is where I'm going to sew. Now, as you can see, you want to do this before you put the dye on, because I've obviously made little mistakes in my dye pattern here now. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take a good old Q-tip, and I'm just going to take it and run it in the channel. Then I'm just going to run it along the edge. Alright, so Got my channel cut, got my groove around on it. And the very last thing that I'm going to do while it's still wet right there is I'm going to take my little star-shaped pattern thing here, and what this is for is to make little dots down this channel. As you make little dots down the channel, that's going to let you know where to poke the holes to sew this bad boy up. So I got my little dots down my channel now with my little star-shaped thingy, and that's where I'll poke the holes to sew the two pieces together. Now after this dries a little bit, I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold it, and I'm going to use this, you can use any adhesive, but this is actually leather adhesive. And I'm basically going to take the leather adhesive and I'm going to put it right along that area there where I'm going to sew. And I'm going to glue that bad boy together like so. That way as I punch the holes through it, it's still glued together, and then I reinforce it by sewing it. So we'll get to that next. Okay, so I took the holster that I dyed, and then on the flesh side here I took this type of shoe polish. It's called Meltonian, and the thing I like about this shoe polish is it's a cream and it has conditioner built into it. So unlike the Kiwi, which is a wax, this actually conditions the leather, makes it softer as you apply it, and it soaks in a little bit better. So for the initial stuff to put it on, I just find that this works better for me. So you can probably go and find this if you look around at nicer shoe stores or a leather working place. They'll usually have this. They don't sell it at Walmart or Target though. Now, I did get it all over this, so I had to take sandpaper and sand the edges where I'm going to use my glue and adhesive to glue the pieces together. So this particular glue you gotta shake. It's kind of like a rubber cement, but it's an all natural one for leather. I don't know why I went with all natural. I think it was the same price as the regular stuff. So anywho, so we're just gonna, looks like Elmer's glue pretty much. Alrighty. So now we're gonna fold that bad boy over and make a mess. Okay, so I have these little clamper bamper things. I know that's real technical jargon, but anyway, I have these little Irwin clamps, and so I'm just going to take those bad boys, and it's going to clamp these two sides together, and then I'm going to you're going to let that dry, and I'm going to give that a good probably half hour to an hour to dry, and then I'm going to start sewing it together, so stay tuned.
Meep, meep.